The moment we've been waiting for is almost here, where our cold front is slicing its way through Middle Tennessee. Temperatures across the area back to the west of us toward the Mississippi River are plummeting, and that's what we're going to see in the next few hours. Temperatures again for lows tonight back in the single digits, and these right here are just the air temperatures. This is not even combined with wind chills out across the area, and that's going to be again what we see tomorrow morning. And for those of you who want to argue about the fact that wind chills are just made up to sell commercials, I've got a bone to pick with you, but we don't have time for that tonight because we've got more important things to look at. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek from WDEF News 12 in downtown Chattanooga, covering the Tennessee River Valley. Got a lot to talk about for tonight, so let's go ahead and hop on into it. If you're going to be outdoors tomorrow trying to get on the course, you've got the winds to deal with, but you're also going to have very low temperatures. High temperatures tomorrow will be back into the teens in the Tennessee River Valley, and as of right now, I would guess that even the gophers are going to know to stay down in their hidey holes. We've got some very thick traffic out there tonight from the TDOT SmartWay camera system on the west side of Chattanooga. Again, traffic is backed up across much of downtown, at least in the early evening hours. Either way, if you're going to be traveling tonight or early tomorrow, allow a lot of extra time to get to where you're going because we will be seeing some backed up traffic, not to mention what's going on at the airports. Chip Chapman will have more on that tomorrow morning. That cold blast is on its way. We don't have much going on in the way of rainfall. We've got some scattered showers back to our west, and that's that rain that's going to be heading on through the area as we go into tonight. So we will be picking up some rain first. The leftover possibilities of those rain showers as they fall on the ground and as those colder temperatures sweep on through, we're looking at the potential of maybe some flash freezing going on. North central Georgia, high wind warning taking place. Wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour are possible here. Throughout the rest of the area, in the brown shaded areas, we've got again a wind advisory for wind gusts that will be topping about 30 to 40 miles per hour in the overnight period. We also have wind chill warnings for the entire News 12 viewing area for sub-zero temperatures out there. This is weather that this area has not seen in decades, according to the National Weather Service in Morristown. And if you take a look north of us, this kind of sums it all up. This major patchwork of watches, warnings, and advisories, the worst of which is going to be in the darker pink shaded area. That's a winter storm warning taking place. And again, if you have anything going on in the way of travel, this is going to be the area you're going to have to watch out for. The worst winds, the best possibility of snow, and the potential of more winter weather power outages taking place. And notice that comes all the way down to about I-40. So Nashville all the way up to Chicago, Des Moines to Cleveland and Pittsburgh could be looking at a lot of slowdowns out there. So please use caution if you're going to be traveling, especially in these areas that could be hardest hit. Again, the winter storm warning will be in effect through tomorrow night, so travel is expected to be very much on the slow side. Now through tonight, that front arrives, and with it, the winds will pick up out of the west-northwest, wind gusts topping 30 miles per hour, even heading toward 40 miles per hour. That will remain with us all the way into very early Friday morning and all the way again into Friday afternoon. The winds are not going to quit as long as this storm system rolls on through, and we'll continue to see the potential of very breezy winds and very low wind chills as we get into early Saturday morning. So driving a high-profile vehicle, that's where we see the potential for some rocking and rolling on the interstate systems out there. So please use caution. A lot of chop on the highways could be possible. The front moves on through, and temperatures on the wind chill scale will be working their way downwards into the sub-zero categories in the course of the next several days. So please use caution going outdoors. This is the type of weather to where you can get frostbite in less than half an hour if you are out there without proper gloves, hats, scarves. Exposed skin will get very cold, and frostbite is a very real thing. The front itself is again making its way through Middle Tennessee as we record this for tonight, and we see again the rainfall chances right along in the green shaded areas and also changing over to snow in parts of Memphis. So that's where the changeover line is taking place. Behind it, cold, dry air, powerful burst coming on through, and very dry air will give us some sunshine out there. Notice you don't even need the fronts to know where that cold air is. The blue and the purple have made their way all the way down to the Gulf Coast and going to continue to see very cold air for the next day or two. Timing things out again into tonight. The changeover from rain to snow will be very quick, and then what's left of that snow will be blown all over the place. So I don't think we're going to be seeing too much in the way of accumulation. This is not a very big moisture-fed storm. With the dry air coming on through, coming down from the north and the west, that is going to give us very dry air. So the turnover from any moisture in the air will get shoved out of here very quickly. Through Friday, temperatures will barely make their way into the double digits. We'll see numbers about into the teens if we're lucky, and that's a very optimistic forecast right there. And then through Saturday morning, temperatures will be back in the mid to lower single digits. That also doesn't take into account the wind, so sub-zero wind chills possible as we go through most of Saturday. Saturday will be warmer than Friday, but not by much, only back in the lower 20s as we head toward the early portions of the day. Now, how much snow are we looking at? Well, about 1/10 of an inch, somewhere in there, according to the IBM graph computer model. The worst snowfall will be back around the Cumberland Plateau and along the spine of the Appalachians. That's where we'll see the heaviest portions of snowfall out there. And note for right now that the computer model is putting almost 5 inches into the area of the southern Cumberland Plateau, and a little bit less, but still the highest, one of the higher amounts, about 7/10 of an inch around Murphy in North Carolina. For Chattanooga and back into and around the area of northeast Alabama and northwest Georgia, we are seeing the potential of maybe 1/10 of an inch plus. And as we switch that and compare that to the GFS model, the heaviest amount of snowfall remains into the area of the Cumberland Plateau, back up around Decatur and Altamont, close to Mont Eagle. Could be about 2 to 3 inches there at maximum, and then about 1.7 inches around Murphy, North Carolina. We are seeing this computer model showing a lot more snowfall, but again, not that much. Looking at maybe 1 inch possible out there. So the computer model is starting to come together by just a little bit. It's going to be a very short-lived snowfall out there. The main thing I think we're going to have to worry about is going to be any rainfall flash freezing on the ground as we go into tomorrow morning. So if you're out and about tomorrow morning, Chip Chapman has his forecast, and temperatures by tomorrow will do a very good job of taking whatever moisture is out there, and especially on those bridges and overpasses. The bridges, again, don't have anything protecting the ground. Now, around the overpasses, again, you got that dirt and the construction area keeping things well insulated. But in that area between the bridges, under and over those bridges and overpasses are cooled down by the air. So those are going to clear out and be cooled off very, very quickly. And we're looking again at the potential of maybe some possible slick spots left over out there. So please keep that in mind as you head through tomorrow. Now, the good news, or the really good news, is toward the end of the year, we are looking at a decent warm-up coming our way as we go into and around the area of New Year's. So we see the potential of some much milder weather coming on through. Very dry between now and New Year's Eve. Unfortunately, way on the other side of this forecast, we are seeing the potential of maybe some rain showers coming through New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. We'll keep you updated on that. In the meantime, between here and there, we've got a lot of cold air coming through. So as we close out 2022, stay tuned to News 12, and we'll keep you updated as the clock strikes 12 on New Year's Eve. From the area around Hawaii, close to Pearl Harbor, and around the area of Hickam Field, temperatures, weather where the troops are back in the high 70s, winds out of the southwest about 13 miles per hour, and also further out into the Pacific around Guam, temperatures in the tropics quite nice, 81 degrees with a heat index of 86 degrees with winds out of the southwest about 13 miles an hour. Keep up to date with what's going on my social media pages. We'll have a lot of updates in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for more on that. Questions, concerns, ideas, let me know, Onek at WDEF.com, or look us up on our website at WDEF.com/weather. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek. Thanks for tuning in for the latest edition of our Weatherblog Weather Overtime. Chip Chapman on early in the morning for your Friday morning frigid update, and I'll be along Friday afternoon to help keep you advised. So stay tuned for a lot more as our latest winter storm rolls through the Tennessee River Valley.